The Coin Lady channel is pleased to have you back. This movie has two stories that I would like to share with you. Critics of Ledger and Ripple's chief technology officer engage in XRP battles amidst intense scrutiny. The chief technology officer of crypto-basic Ripple also just made a statement saying that XRP will be good for other ventures. Reason being, it increases demand. The headline, which is essentially a single sentence, is, of course, blatantly evident. The fact that some individuals have the belief that Ripple is engaging in questionable activities makes it all the more intriguing. So, I'll describe how David Schwartz ends up fighting back against this. But before we get any further, let me be clear, I am not providing financial advice and have no prior experience in the field. Also, you shouldn't base any purchases or sales on what I say, right? As a pastime and for fun, I enjoy making films on YouTube regarding crypto-related subjects. I'm just an enthusiast. Now, in both cases, it seems like a major issue is related to Ripple making money off of XRP or selling XRP. The fact that this persists as an issue is mind-boggling to me. Just so we're clear, if you have a problem with Ripple holding as much XRP as they do or selling their own XRP for profit, that's fine. If you have a problem with that, then respect it. This has been known for about 10 years, and yet in 2024, there's still concern. If you disagree with me, that's great. You're under no need to take part in any discussions regarding XRP. I'm just trying to make my point. The truth is that I couldn't care less. In my opinion, that is not a huge drawback. Even before I dove headfirst into cryptocurrency more than 6 years ago, there were worries. Rumors regarding Ripple's impending market dump and subsequent precipitous decline in XRP price have long circulated, but suddenly they seem to have gone down. People have always said things like that. Naturally, the fact that Ripple stood to lose the most demonstrated that the XRP ecosystem could not endure in the long run. Why they do it is beyond me. For the life of me, I just don't get it. Regardless, the following is the text of the original article, which is headlined Ripple CTO Battles XRP Ledger Skeptics Under Scrutiny. David Schwartz, Chief Technology Officer of Ripple, was responding to a critic who said that XRP Ledger was a zero-sum game. The Ripple CTO noticed a comment made by an ex-user who brought up the context of the zero-sum game for XRP Ledger. The user explained that there was no product to produce income, prompting Schwartz to inquire further about the user's understanding of a zero-sum game. In response, Ripple's chief technology officer went over the basics of the XRP Ledger and all the functionality it offers. The XRP Ledger is a product that allows you to transfer XRP and issued assets in your wallet, according to Schwartz. Hello, Alex. Dear Lee, you can simply access the exact discussion from social media platform X right now. And this is the exact wording of David Schwartz's statement. Also, I totally get it if someone is unhappy with how Ripple is handling their XRP. I could care less. In my opinion, it is irrelevant. I mean, come on, Ripple doesn't have to be as open as they are because, honestly, nobody cares about it anyway. Being open and honest all these years has gotten them into trouble they wouldn't have gotten into otherwise, but it's the correct move. The lack of transparency from other large crypto and blockchain companies is, to be honest, terrible. In any case, David Schwartz authored this. As a product, the XRP Ledger facilitates the movement of XRP and issued assets. Users pay a charge to access the ledger, and they should, in theory, reap advantages from each transaction that more than cover those expenses. After that, he asks, "What do you mean by zero?" No one ever got back to me. Told you, I was a dummy, he simply remarked. Much obliged, sir. So I also have no beef with that individual. I simply do not understand his reasoning behind his inquiries. Here we have the initial question he was attempting to have David Schwartz respond to, phrased as follows. I'm perplexed as to why he remains silent on this. Schwartz, David, paying taxes with retail liquidity in a zero-sum game, how can one justify that? Also, I own a lot of XRP. Please elaborate. I am not convinced he understands the concept of a zero-sum game. I believe he has a different interpretation in mind. From what I can tell, though, she seems to be pointing out that Ripple is making money off of the XRP sale. Additionally, the business model is the issue with Ripple's operations here. Nonetheless, that is essentially all there is to it. Once again, I find it surprising that we are even compelled to discuss this. To be honest, I'm more intrigued by the next one, even if it's little more absurd. Not to mention that there's an additional P community member who's been quite inquisitive recently. It's not even that every question is terrible. I don't understand why they're acting this way, yet the questions I'm asking don't seem appropriate or even relevant. In any case, the Chief Technology Officer of Ripple has stated that other projects employing XRP is good for XRP as it increases demand. The Chief Technology Officer of Ripple, David Schwartz, recently said in an X-related exchange that other projects using XRP help the asset by increasing its demand. The dark horse XRP enthusiast who wanted to know more about the advantages that projects like the Root Network would offer to XRP started it all. The article isn't anything I'm interested in reading. We should skip the middleman and get to the meat of the matter, since this is exactly what they are referring to. The original post can be found here. The author of this piece is Dark Horse. Thus, a collaboration with Ripple is the future of Verse. To set the stage, I'm going to halt right now to make a mental note of this. After all, we could be looking at a crypto news headline in the future. On January 5th, this year, Ripple will bring the Ready Player One franchise to Metaverse. On January 4th, the Metaverse startup Futureverse, which has the support of 10T Holdings and Ripple Labs, announced a deal with Warner Bros. Discovery to bring the Ready Player One brand to the Metaverse. The announcement was made via an X thread. Ready for Studios is a new initiative between Senate, a startup based in New Zealand, and Ernest Cline, author of Ready Player One, with the goal of integrating large IPs into the metaverse. The company's co-founders include Dan Farah, who produced the 2018 Warner Bros. Film based on the book. If this works, it will be great for XRP, as you'll see when I explain it more. It would be yet another use of XRP from a supply and demand perspective. You still need to package XRP, so it's technically on a different blockchain. I will address it shortly. But for now, that's all the information you require. Let me address the concerns raised by the Dark Horse now. According to Dark Horse, all XRP distributions have been conducted using OTL contracts since 2019, and this trend will continue in the future as a result of their cooperation with Ripple. View image below. As a fuel token for the Root Network, XRP is being used by Futureverse. Since they remove all values, we can see that ODL equals 0 when it comes to pricing. I think he's saying that if you use XRP as a bridge currency on odds, there's immediate purchase and sell pressure. Okay, so hold on a second. Thus, there would be a buying side originating from the market where the payment is made. The flip side of this coin is the sell pressure, which arises from the fact that XRP would be bought in one market, transferred to another, and then sold again. Thus, while there is positive sell pressure in one sector of the market, there is essentially equal selling pressure in the opposite corner. In this instance, XRP, since the sum is 0. Due to the equal and opposite forces exerted by buyers and sellers, OTL has no effect on the XRP price and does not lead it to increase. Of course, there's more to it than that from a technical standpoint. For example, if a large amount of XRP is being utilized for on-demand liquidity, which increases the amount significantly, any XRP that is being held with the intention of being utilized for that purpose or is already in use for that purpose cannot be utilized for anything else. As a result, that would be the one factor driving XRP demand and, in theory, driving up XRP price. So, it's true that OTL can actually be beneficial. In addition, I believe that as long as XRP has practical use, it will inspire trust and attract first-time crypto diversifiers who buy XRP. In terms of the mechanics, he is true. Nonetheless, there are reasons why ODO is a net positive for XRP in terms of price movement. In the face of purchase and sell pressure, which is almost immediate, the market eventually levels out, and arbitrage is the driving force behind this trend. Traders take note of market inequalities and efficiency when they exist, particularly when armed with well-programmed bots and knowing where to find the best prices for XRP to buy and sell. In their view, that is arbitrage. However, according to him, I was wondering if Ripple offers XRP as gas tokens for use in the future. For the sake of responding, let me simply state that I have not come across anything similar. As far as I am aware, that is not known to the public. In terms of asking that, I am unsure of his curiosity. However, the reason I mentioned it was because reasonable inquiry. I simply cannot fathom the significance of that. However, considering that the previous section laid the groundwork for Ripple's involvement, is Ripple supporting this? At least that's the end of it. That is perfectly okay. Well, usually when people talk about getting supported, it's usually because there's a money transfer or anything along those lines. Of course, in principle it might be XRP, but I fail to see why that would be the prevailing notion. But what gives us the impression that this is the case? I failed to understand that section. What does this imply for XRP, he asks, if the above assertion is correct? Anyone in this position? Is that so? Once again, I find that hard to believe. But even if that's true, it doesn't bother me as long as XRP is being put to good use. Even if that's the case, it's still fantastic news because XRP would be put to practical use. I'll provide more details shortly. Please allow me some time to complete everything in the correct sequence. That is the end of the video. Appreciate it if you could subscribe to my channel and give it a like. Coming up shortly, farewell.